everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this video. So I thought today we would do a kind of like spend the morning with me. So I've literally just a second walked through the door, grabbed my camera, set it up, and it is 9:22. So this is pretty much the sort of time I do get in once I have dropped the kids off at school. If you're new here, the kids go to different schools. My youngest is at nursery at the minute, so I drop her in after I've dropped my son off. My eldest daughter usually takes herself to school because she is in secondary school now. So yeah, I've got back home and I'm actually starting my new job today. So I haven't got to be in until I think 10 to 12. I do need to just log on to my emails and double check. I'm just going to get there a little bit early because obviously it is my first day. And yeah, just get to grips with the swing of things. And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because this is the first time I've had not had a job, because obviously I'm self-employed doing my social media, my videos, but this is the first time that I've been employed in, when did I get pregnant? 21, 22, 23, 24, in 4 years. I did work at the previous school before I fell pregnant for Penny, and then I didn't return after, so I'm just put my phone on silent. I didn't return after she was born just because I had no one to have her basically, and it would have cost me more to go back to work with childcare. So then that's when I really upped my YouTube and video, social media, that sort of thing. But a job popped up at the nursery that Penny works at. It is part of a school. And I just really randomly, like really spontaneously, I don't even know why I was looking. I think I was just having a browse because I've been finding that, it's really funny because I read an article to say that like the teaching numbers have really decreased. And so there's a gap for teachers. I'm not a qualified teacher, so I wouldn't be going for those roles. But in terms of finding like support staff roles in schools, in the area I am, they don't come up too often. And I usually find you have to go in, like what I did last time. I went in, helped out over the lunch periods, and it led on to other things. I don't know if I would ever be able to do like the full school day, or if I did, I would have to just do it like part-time, because I don't want to give up my YouTube, my videos. I really like that. So I don't see it as work. It's more like a hobby. And if I'm being really honest, guys, it's a little bit like therapy for me. I often, not too often, but I do sometimes get comments on some of my videos that people don't like it, because obviously it is a little bit, I'm just looking here and my wedding ring is not, how random is that? Sometimes when I'm washing up, I take my rings off and I could only see my engagement ring, so I was panicking then. Anyway, I digress. I get the odd comment from things saying there's too much chit chat, I just want like really direct videos. Obviously if that's what you're here for and you're still here, I'm probably not the channel for you, because we like a good old chit chat, a gossip over here. And yeah, it's what gets me through my day. If I'm being really honest, some people might think it's a little bit like, are you okay? You're talking to a camera. I really enjoy it and I don't want to have to give that up and sacrifice it. But I thought we would try and make it work. So I've got a couple of hours. So obviously it's like 9:30. My plan for today, before this introduction is 5 minutes long and you're like, can you just get into a routine? I haven't made my bed yet because little Miss Penny Girl had a little bit of a lay-in. Again, if you're new here, she's 3 and she always ends up in our bed. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. She falls to sleep in our bed. I'm obviously her comfort. And before I know it, she's my 3rd. I know all too well how quick these years go and I'm going to end up crying, so we're not going to go down that route. But yeah, I love it. So she had a little bit of an extra snooze in bed. It's Monday, so we'd had like a busy weekend and I thought, you know what, just leave her there while I come down, crack on with the packed lunch stuff. So I'm going to try and do another video. I might, if I'm like in the swing of filming, I'll try and do it this week. So I might try and do like a morning routine, like from when I wake up. And include all of that. So like maybe I could do that on Thursday, because I'm currently not working on a Thursday and Friday until after the Easter holidays. I'm just doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So yeah, maybe I'll do that a little bit later this week. But for this video, the plan is, so Monday morning, I've been going to Reformer Pilates. If you are new here, then I'm going to be doing my 3rd one. So I wanted to try and do like a little bit of a Pilates workout before I have to start getting ready for work. So I thought I would come in, have a little bit of a potter around in the kitchen. The washing up needs to be done from breakfast stuff. I need to make my breakfast, so I'll do that on camera. I'll talk you through what I'm popping in there, and I'll leave a, because I shared it on my TikTok and my Instagram, and I did have a few questions asking what I was putting in there, so I will share the recipe. Honestly, it's just one that I've made up, and I've been doing it ever since I had my son, and he is going to be 10 this year, so I just stick to what I like, and I know it works, fills me up, and just gives me enough energy to like get through the day without me constantly feeling like I'm so hungry. I need to go make my bed, and that will probably be it in this little video, and then I'll do like a prep, me getting ready for work included in this video. So we'll probably do like from 9:30 till 11:30, because that is the sort of time I need to leave. So like a 2 hour, what my 2 hour window looks like in the morning before I head off to my other job. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. There's lots of a variety of content on my channel. I'm a mum of 3, 12-year-old, 9-year-old, 3-year-old. My eldest is going to be 13 in like a little over a month. Crazy, how am I going to have a teenager? But yeah, I include like vlogs. The kids don't appear too much. I'm not totally against them being on social media. No shade if that is like your preference. If the kids enjoy it, then I include them, but they're not here a lot during the day. They are at school and nursery. So Penny is usually in the little cleaner videos. She loves to help. But yeah, mainly mum kind of like vlogs, cleaning, hauls, the odd bit of like decorating and house updates, which I need to do more of, to be honest, because we have done a lot to this house. So I've never done a house tour. I always get comments for that, and I've been putting off and putting off and putting off when the house is ready, and I think I've just come to the realization it's never going to be ready. In my head, what I see ready, so I'll get that done for you at some point, a little nosy, because I love watching house tours. But yeah, I digress again. We're going to jump into the video. Enjoy, guys. So first job, we are actually going to be taking my bedding, and that is going to go in the wash today. So I am just taking everything off. I want to do that first of all. I'm hoping the cycle finishes by the time I need to leave to go to work. That way, while it's in the machine, I can do everything else that I had planned to do. We'll just have to keep an eye on the timer though, because sometimes it does like to play games with me, and I'll think it's only got 5 minutes left, and 20 minutes later, I am still waiting for that to finish. So yeah, hopefully it goes to plan, but we are going to be washing this today, so I'm going to take it all off, and then we'll head to the utility to pop that in the washing machine. Surprised you never had the guts to figure out how I feel about you. Okay, so in the machine this goes, and I've actually finished up all of my other fabric conditioner and the little incense booster beads. So I'm now onto the new Mrs. Hinch scent, and it smells absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping to be able to get this out on the line, but the weather looks a little bit, I don't know. You know when you just know you can't trust it, so it may have to go in the tumble dryer, but we will see how we go. I'll keep an eye on those pesky clouds outside. Okay, so just heading back now into the kitchen, and I'm just going to start working on all of the bits, mainly from breakfast. And my eldest usually takes pasta for her lunch, so that all needs to be washed up. I want to just get the sides clear just before I start working on my breakfast smoothie, just because I find if the sides look like this, my brain just cannot stop thinking about it, and I can't switch off. So I like to just start with clear surfaces, get the washing up done. I leave it then on the drainer for a few minutes just to let the excess water drain off of it, and then I will start popping that away. I have had a little bit of a tidy up in the kitchen. I am going to hoover in a moment because the floors, oh my God, all I can see is Clifford's fur everywhere. But I thought I would just very quickly talk you through my smoothie, because whenever I do include it in my like reels, YouTube videos, I do always get questions on it. So if you are new here, I seem to be absolutely cursed when it comes to blenders, and I've had 2 of the Ninja ones. And I don't know what has happened, but both of them, the motor's gone in the actual unit. And it was completely outside of like the warranty, so there's nothing, I couldn't like get a replacement. So I have got a new one, and I have gone with a different brand to this time. So I've gone with NutriBullet. I used to have, when the blender craze first came out, I used to have like the original NutriBullet, which they still do. But I opted for the like the upgraded one, so it's got a different blade and it comes with different like attachments to go on it. So because I do make soup and things like that, so I needed more than just the one with the smaller cup on. So I'm just gonna plug it in and then I will show you what I pop actually in the smoothie. Okay, so like I said, I'll leave a link to what I pop in mine, and I kind of just go by eye now in terms of the measurements, just because like I said, I've been doing it for so long. So the milk I prefer to use is well, this is sweetened, but my preference is unsweetened almond milk. You can use whichever milk you prefer. I don't get on very well with soy milk and oat milk. I get like, my skin is so bad when I go on I completely cut out dairy milk for a while and my skin flared up, and I was using oat milk for about 2 years. And then not all oat milk, but the one I would use, when I looked into it, it didn't have the best ingredients in. So I've gone back to almond milk, and I do actually use cow's milk now in my coffee, and my skin, I get the odd hormonal breakout, which is normal for me. But yeah, my skin has completely cleared up. I don't get them along my jawline anymore. But I'm using one of the bigger cups, and I'm using the one with the handle. This is my preference because you'll see in a moment when I carry on with the video, I will be taking this around with me as I do my jobs. I'm kind of like multitasking, 2 birds, 1 stone. So I'll kind of fill it up to about the little ridge. I don't know if you can see there. Let me do it and then I'll bring it closer. So it has a bit of a ridge there, just under it, which from memory, that is about 300 mils, I believe, which is the perfect amount because I don't like it to be too thick. I'll then pop a couple of teaspoons of chia seeds in. This all blends up, so it goes a purple colour, but you don't know what's in there. So I kind of just try and put in everything. You'll see in a minute, I've got some other like supplements and like hormone related supplements that I'll pop in there. Just 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon of flaxseed. And then I've been using this for years now, ever since Penny was about 9 months old, because after she was born, I had like really bad periods and I just felt like, you know, when you just know that something is off. So I saw this advertised and I read some reviews, and the reviews are really good on it. So it's by the brand Real. I also take their collagen, which is in powder form, that I pop in there as well, but I'm out. I've just had an email to say my shipment's on the way. And I do this on subscription because you save a little bit of money if you do it on subscription, and I just go on and alter the delivery time as and when I need it. Like I've had to delay it by 12 weeks because they had an offer on in Holland and Barrett over Christmas where there was 3 for 2, which that worked out cheaper, so I paused my subscription and did it that way. So the subscription is totally flexible, but I just find you save a little bit of money. And I think if you've never ordered from them before, I'm pretty sure I've got a referral link. It's not sponsored or anything, but once you have an account with them, you can refer friends and families, and I think you get £10 off your order. But check the description if you want to try it, and I'll pop the details there because I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it just looks like this. So it's all organic, vegan, gluten-free, and it is supposedly, if I can just tell you here, does it say what it does? A blend to support a more balanced you from within. So I just find that I don't know what it is, but my periods are more regular, and they're not TMI if you don't want to hear this, but they're not really heavy. They're just consistent. and my mood just feels, although it doesn't completely get rid of everything because it's not obviously designed for that, but I just find I can process things. I suffer with anxiety, and I very much can go 0 to 100 like that. And I just find when my blender broke, I didn't have my smoothie for about 6 weeks, and I 100% noticed a difference. So I just pop a heaped teaspoon. I think you're meant to do a tablespoon. I just do a teaspoon because this is about 20 odd pounds, and I just like it to last as long as it possibly can. And then I will pop in some rolled oats. So these are actually organic ones. I was getting the ones just from Aldi, but when I had a little look on the back of the ingredients, I just paid a little bit extra and got some organic ones because they had less ingredients in them. And this is half a cup. I don't fill it right up. I just pop that in there. It's just basically to bulk the smoothie out to help fill me up for longer. So I always add those in. And then depending, because I'm getting back into this, I'm only going to add 1 scoop of protein powder, but I only ever have vanilla. It's my favourite flavour. I find popping it in the smoothie, you're just getting everything that you need in one. So I'm just going to do 1 scoop of this, and then this is 22 grams of protein. So shake some of that out. Just pop that in. This helps slightly thicken it up, but it is still more of a drink form rather than a paste form. If you like acai bowls, anything like that, you can put less milk in and it will be thicker, and then you can add granola, that sort of thing in. Frozen blueberries and raspberries. Again, I just do this by eye. I kind of just put like not quite a handful, but I have measured this out previously. Oh, I've just chucked them all over my side. I have measured this out previously in MyFitnessPal, so I know roughly the protein and the calories. So I just kind of do it from eye from there. And then if I've got a banana, I will pop a banana in. I do prefer it with a banana. I just feel like I prefer more of a sweet tasting smoothie than like a green juice smoothie, but obviously each to their own. You can add things like kale, spinach in there. I just prefer not to. And then I would also add my collagen in, but I'm out. And then I will also add some Greek yogurt. I'll show you the one I use. So I either get it from Marks and Spencer's or Aldi, and this is the 0% fat one, but this is the authentic Greek yogurt. You can get more of the taller looking pots. They're obviously not as wide as this, and they say Greek style. Either is fine. The authentic Greek yogurt has just got more protein in it, but either is fine. So all I'll do is just pop a spoonful of that in there. I mainly do that just to try and get my protein up, because this way I probably in here will have about 45 grams of protein. If I do double scoop of my protein powder, then I can get it up to about 60 or 70 grams of protein. And then it's about 500 calories, which is, I prefer to have a higher calorie breakfast just to keep me going, because I tend to eat, especially now with me working over the lunch period, I won't be having my lunch until about 2 o'clock. So this is going to keep me going and keep me full. I'm going to mix that all up, and I really like, which is different to the Ninja, because the Ninja had little clips on each, like about 4 or 3 of them, that would slot into the machine on the outside, and where the machine is obviously quite high powered, they would wear down. This doesn't do that, so the whole outside stays, nothing clips into it, it clips in from the middle, so I kind of enjoy that. But we're going to blend this up now. So that is it blended. It's just got a few little bits there, but it's not a huge amount, it's kind of just stuck to the side. And then, if I can get it open, so I always drink it with a straw, and I will just carry this around with me as I go. Okay, so now I have my breakfast. I am just going to very quickly sweep and hoover the kitchen floor. I gave Clifford a bath on the weekend, and so he has just been losing even more fur than usual. Like, can you see this pile here? So I've mentioned this before, if you've seen any of my other cleaning videos, I do prefer to sweep the floor. So this is a silicone sweeping brush. It's kind of like what they use in hairdressers. I just find it easier. It doesn't blow the fur around. I can gather it in a pile and then hoover that up, and that way I'm getting everything off of the floor. So I'm just going to do that before I then sit down and work on some emails and some of my video content. the smoothie, guys. So I am just sitting down. I usually either go up to my bedroom or just sit in the kitchen, but the laptop was on charge, so I'm just sitting down in the kitchen. I'm going through some emails and just going through some of my YouTube comments and just getting some short form content ready to go. So I like to do this because obviously I don't have a block of time now that I have to go. I usually have to leave about 11:30, so I like to get some of this done beforehand so it's not so much to do once I get back from work. So that's what we're doing, and then I'm going to be heading upstairs to start getting ready for work.
Come home to me once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your...
Okay guys, so I have just put my hair up and I've just put this plain black top on. I just don't want anything with a logo or anything like that on. And I'm really quickly just going to finish my skincare because I do that in the morning, but I actually forgot to put my moisturiser on, which is what I pop on after my serum. I completely forgot this morning, but this one's got SPF in. All my skincare that I use is by Medicate. So I love this one. This is the Advanced Day Ultimate Protect Age Defying Moisturiser with SPF 50. So I don't tend to, unless I'm on holiday, when I'm at home, like here in the UK, even in the summer, I don't, unless it's like really, really hot. Oh, sorry, the light keeps going in and out because the, let me move you here actually because you're right in front of the, or under the window on an angle and the camera likes to have a bit of funny 5 minutes. Yeah, I just use this one and it manages my pigments really well. So I had hyperpigmentation, which was brought on, or what's the word? What word am I looking for? It was triggered, I should say, and emphasised more through pregnancy. So yeah, it's done a really good job at that. I do still have some patches, but I had blocks of pigmentation on my skin. So it's done really well at that. I'm going to move you again, guys. Hold on, sorry. If I move you like this, and then hopefully... There we go. So I'm really quickly just going to do like minimal makeup. It's mainly because you probably can't see. This camera is so good at blurring out. But yeah, there you go. I've got some marks from some breakouts that I had when it was that time of the month. So I'm going to just mainly do a little bit of makeup to cover those, and I'm just using, I've got a big mirror, there you go, if I hold it like that, I've got a big mirror behind this camera, which is fine for like when I'm doing my hair and my face, but when I do my eyebrows, I love this number 7 mirror. I won't need it today because obviously it's quite bright up here with, because we've got a lot of windows in the loft, but I just love this one, and it charges by USB, so I think Tom got it when it was on offer in Boots. But yeah, I'm just going to very quickly pencil my eyebrows. I will probably just do that off of camera just because I feel pressure when I've got a camera in front of me, but I use the Benefit Precisely My brow pencil. I will link what I can from the products I use in case you're curious. I use shade 3 in this, and my hair, obviously it's blonde, but it's not white blonde anymore. When my hair was lighter, I would use shade 2, but shade 3 just goes with my eyebrows. They're quite fair at the moment because I am due an appointment. I'm actually going this week and I'm so excited because I'm having my lamination topped up, my waxing done and my tint done, so it will look like I've got eyebrows again. But I'm just going to very quickly pencil these in and then I will be back and show you what else we do. Okay, so I've just literally really lightly done them. One is probably a different a different shape to the other, but it'll be easier when I have my lamination done because I won't need to do anything to them again. So that moisturiser has now set it doesn't leave your skin tacky or greasy. You don't have to wait a huge amount of time. I'm just going to pop a little bit of the Refy primer on. This is just a blur and hydrate one, just because I don't know, I feel like my skin is maybe a little bit dry. I haven't been the best at doing my evening skincare routine, which is when I do my retinols and my hydrate mask. So I need to make sure I do that. So I'm just going to pop this in because I noticed when I popped a bit of concealer on the weekend, it clung to a few dry patches, and it's really odd because I don't usually have dry skin, but we'll just pop this in anyway. I'm not putting foundation or anything like that on. I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, just to give me a bit of a glow and even out this skin tone. But what I am going to do before I do any of that is pop on this Charlotte Tilbury, what is this called? It's like an under eye blur. I'll leave it linked below, the actual name of it. But if you can see, they're not horrendous, but you can see I do have some dark, I mean that's quite dark there actually, some dark shadowing under my eye. So they do this in a few different shades. I just went with shade 1 Fair, which it colour matched me on the Charlotte Tilbury website. And if I do this one, I'll do it in this mirror, and then I'll show you the difference. So this one I won't put anything on, just to show you the difference between the two. So I literally just use it on, like just dab the smallest amount, because a little goes a really long way. And do you know what? I've had this, I mean, it's probably out of date. What is the expiration on this makeup? I don't know. But I've had this for probably almost coming up 2 years. I'm pretty certain I got it for my sister's wedding, and she's been married 2 years ago this year. Can you just see how it's cancelled out the blue and just brightened that up? So I love this. It was, I think, like 20 something pound. Oh, I got it from Primer, I've not rubbed in. Yeah, I think it was like 20 something pound, but like I said, it lasts for ages. I do not wear makeup every day. Well, typically I don't, especially when I'm at home, but I probably, now I'm going to be like leaving the house to go to work, I probably will pop a little something on, just not like a huge amount, but I just feel like this makes all the difference. Like you could literally just go out with that on. Next up, I'm gonna now pop on, if I can get it, I'm gonna not shake my camera, my Flawless Filter. So this one's in shade 2.5. I've also got it in shade 3. I use that one more in the summer months when I've got a bit more of a tan. I do fake tan. I use the Molly May what's it called, Flawless Filter, but I've not done that in a few weeks. I think the last time I did that was when I went to London with my sister, and I've just not done it since. So I was thinking actually this morning, because the weather is meant to really sort its spring self out this week and be quite warm, so I was thinking I may pop a bit of fake tan on tomorrow, because I'm not working Thursday and Friday for the next couple of weeks until after the Easter holidays. So I've got a couple of days off with Little Miss Penny Girl, which I'm actually excited about. I think I'm going to take her to like the toddler session at the trampoline park. I don't know if it's called something different in different areas of the UK. It's Air Hop here in Bristol. I've got a hair stuck. But I love Flawless Filter. This is, if I could recommend one product other than this under eye dark circle canceller magic thing, that isn't the name of it, that's my name. Flawless Filter is my absolute must have in my makeup bag. Like I never do my makeup now without this stuff. I was first introduced to this about 4 years ago, and honestly I have gone through about 4 of them, which probably isn't a lot in that amount of time because it's huge. It's like a foundation bottle size, and I don't just wear it in the high points, I literally put it all over because I like a glow. So yeah, I'll do that. I'm just going to do a tiny little bit of contour, nothing major, just because it literally takes me like 30 seconds. This is the Rare Beauty contour stick. I get mine in Happy Soul. This is my second one of this because Darcy took my other one. But yeah, I literally just, it's really easy. I just do minimal, simple makeup, you know, but I just find it makes me look a little bit more awake. So I just brush this into my hairline, like so. Move this mirror out the way, like so. And then here, just blend it out, and it blends so well, like you're not left with like a harsh line. And I'm not being very like precise here, I'm literally just going in circles. And then under here I just do it around the jawline just to create a little bit of a shadow. You know, we're just tricking the world with these double chins that we've got. And I just go like that a lot. I just go up there a little bit. These, I'm going to wear my hair up today. I'm just going to pop it in like a French twist. I always find it's like awkward on that side. Like the other side I can do, but I think it's because I'm right-handed and I'm literally crossing over my body. So yeah, just like so. It's like minimal. I mean, that looks like it needs to be blended a bit more, but and then I'll pop a little bit of blush on just to give myself a bit of colour. This, I've had this again for years. It's the Anastasia Peachy Keen. I love a peach blush, and my favourite powder one is by MAC, and that's called Spring Sheen, but they discontinued that, so I ration it, but it's the only one I use because I love it so much. Where's my blush brush gone? Oh, I don't know where my blush brush is gone. I have to use this one again, but I love this brush actually. This is a Refi one. I got it when I got the primer at Christmas time because they had like a bundle deal on. Again, we're not very careful over here, guys. We literally just blend, just give it a few circle movements. You can't really go wrong, can you? And then I'm just going to do a bit of concealer, and then I'll pop my powder on. I may pop a little bit of mascara on as well. I just need to find a spoolie just so I can brush them out, because I find I do have LVL done, not very often, so I'm not having that done when I have my brows done next. But if I don't regularly brush my eyelashes, they can go a little bit tangly, because I think they have been grown, because I did have a Revitalash that I was just trying to use up, so I feel like it does work. So I'm just mixing up here. I've got a Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. Anything I get from them is from the Radiant line, because I feel like it makes my skin glow. I'm in the shade 4 Fair, and then I'm also using the Maybelline Magic Eraser Concealer, because this, an oldie but a goodie, you can't go wrong with it. This is just a slightly lighter shade, so I put it in this inner bit, and then with the Maybelline one I just go like that. Again, I just do what works for me, really, guys. There's no right or wrong way. We wing it, don't we? And I've got no damp beauty blender, so today we are going in with a brush. Usually I will use a damp beauty blender, so I'm hoping it worked. We didn't need the beauty blender. I'm on a bit of a time crunch, so I didn't really want enough to go in. And that's it, guys. All I'm going to use now is just some of my pressed powder. Well, it's loose powder, it's not pressed powder, sorry. My loose powder. This is a Refi one again. This is like the oddest thing. So I bought it when I bought this bundle at Christmas time. Sorry, my lips look like, reminds me of my teen years, you know, when you used to put concealer on your lips. Anyway, digress again. I bought this at Christmas when I bought that bundle, because I have still got the Hourglass Mineral Veil, which I love, but I just thought I would try something different, because I've used this for like years and years and years, and this is like the oddest thing, but in a good way, like a good odd. So when you put it on, it feels wet. Like, it actually feels like you're putting, like, it feels wet, like it's water, but it's supposed to feel like it's like a water finish one. And I don't know what it is. There's some magic in this as well. So I do really recommend this. I've been using it since Christmas. So I've been using it for a good few months now. And it literally feels like, when I put it on, it actually feels wet. But it just melts everything in. So again, I just feel like it adds to that glow. I don't like to be completely matte. I do need to put powder on certain areas, because like throughout the day, the oils will wear through. But yeah. That is it, guys. So I'm going to do a little bit of mascara now, and then change my trousers because I'm still in my workout leggings, just pop my hair in a claw clip, and then I'll come back on and show you before we leave.